long legs.
Born with them. I can't take any credit for it.
You know, I have, for a short person, I have very long legs. And for a short
Yes,
person.
I see now. You're right.
And I've always been grateful. Otherwise, I'd be a munchkin, you know. All right, so you're rolling, and we have mic checks, and we're all good to go, huh?
Yes.
All right, thank you, Roger. Linda Evans, welcome to Fort Worth, Texas.
Thank you. I'm loving being here.
Well, I tell you, that audience last night had a rip-roaring time.
It was great to hear. It is so wonderful when you have a fabulous audience. It makes it so much fun on the stage.
Do you have a favorite moment that you wait for every night that you can do or experience up there?
Well, I like it when Will Holman comes in and he's boom boom, because it just surprises everybody so much. And I can kind of relax and feel the audience and what they're doing with the play then.
Of course, he's a Chippendale dancer, and I think people know what Chippendale dancers are by now, but have you had any experience out on the road with this where people seem a little, you know, gasp a little?
They gasp every night. and they stay and they watch, and I think that's what's wonderful. It's done with a lot of fun. It's got a lot of humor in it.
Yes, there's nothing salacious about
No,
it. It's just
no.
fun. When people meet you for the first time, what do they usually say?
Either I loved you in Dynasty or I loved the Big Valley in Audra. They're different camps of who they enjoyed me portraying.
And do they mention any particular episode of Dynasty or any particular thing you did?
Well, I think they love the fights between Crystal and Alexis. That's always, oh, you don't, we'd get together, we'd dress up, we'd watch you fight. I mean, I've heard so many stories like that.
Were those hard to execute, those fights?
Well, not for me, because I love doing stunts. They're honoring my stunt woman this year with the Lifetime Achievement Award for her work. And because Barbara Stanwyck taught me how to do stunts when I was doing Big Valley, because she liked to do them, and so they wanted to film us together. And it was kind of a bonding for us. So ever since then, I just love doing stunts. And Joan, on the other hand, does not like doing stunts. But for me, it's a real joy. It's a plus.
You have worked with a lot of really wonderful people. And you worked with Bob Hope.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Many times.
What was it like for you working with Bob Hope?
Well, he was a gracious man. He was so supportive and so kind, and you would never know that he was a legend in his own time. I
knew him very well, and I always say to people, what you see is what you get.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And George Burns. I mean, I've worked with some of the great comedians.
Was there any one famous person you worked with who just kind of put you in a state of awe?
Steve McQueen.
Really?
I tell you, he was so amazing as an actor. We did a film together, and he kind of directed. It was his baby. It was his love. And when he would act in it, I would almost forget that I was acting and just watch him, because he was so stunning. Every take, how he would be and how amazing he was. I would almost forget my lines because I would just be in awe of him.
And what was the film?
Okay, trying to think of it. It's the second to the last film he did. It'll come to me.
That's all right. We can take this part.
It's been
out.
a while.
I can check that.
Okay.
I can check that. The second last film.
It was a Western.
And who else was in it?
What's his name? He got the Academy Award. The stuntman that started acting, he got the Academy Award too. This is terrible. It'll come to me and then I'll tell you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
If you were starting a career today, let's say you're 18 years old and you're out of high school, do you think you would choose acting?
You know, I never chose acting. Acting chose me. I was 15 and I was discovered. I was with a girlfriend. She was up for a commercial and the director gave it to me. And my dad had just died. And so it wasn't possible for me to say, I'm not going to do it, because my mother really didn't know how we were going to live or how things were going to be. And my girlfriend gave me her agent, and her agent said, can you walk and talk and do lines? I said, they made me take drama in junior high school because I was so shy I wouldn't give a book report. And they said, well, let's send you out and see. And my first speaking part was Bachelor Father with John Forsythe. And that began my career. I went under contract when I was 18 to MGM, and then I did a movie for Walt Disney, and then Big Valley, and it just happened. And then every time I fell in love, I quit working. I thought, this is what I want, to just be a wife and a mom. And then when the marriage didn't work, went back to acting. My career has a lot of holes. That's when I got married.
But overall, you've been very happy with your life as an actress?
Oh, I'm blessed. I'm very blessed with all the opportunities I've had. Very.
Is Legends going to go to Broadway, do you think?
I wouldn't limit anything ever, because I think that miracles do happen. And also, I'm the one who said I would never do a play, so here we are. I mean, who knows what's going to happen.
The very first opening night, Linda, what was it like for you?
I was so frightened. I thought, why have you done this to yourself? How could you have thought that you could go from film to the theater and not have realized how much it takes, what differences there are? And you know something, the minute I walked onto the stage and the audience responded so beautifully, I thought, okay, just let all that fear go and just do the best job you can. And that's what I have done every day of this tour, is I say, I will give you the best I have, and that's all I can do. And I'm learning a lot fast.
But you're over the stage fright?
Oh yeah, the minute I saw that the audiences are there to embrace you, to see it, to have a good time, I went, then just give them a good time. Don't even get into the other part of it.
I'm so glad you're doing it, because I'm enjoying watching you on stage.
Oh,
and I
thank
must
you.
tell you in closing that I did see the original with Carol Channing
Oh,
and
you
Mary
did?
Martin. Yes, I did.
Oh.
In 1986. It opened in Dallas. You know, that was
They said that. I didn't know that till today.
the very first place was, and I was there that opening night, and I knew Carol and Mary from previous interviews, and I was thrilled to see them, and I'm thrilled to see you and Joan Collins.
Oh, well, thank you. Wow, I've heard there is a bootleg little video of it somewhere, but they recommended that we don't try to see it, that we just do our version.
I think that's wise. And anyway, while they were doing it, it underwent many rewrites and many changes.
Right.
So it wouldn't be the same anyway.
Right, yeah, absolutely.
Linda, thank you for your time. Thank you for coming to Fort Worth.
Thank you, it's a pleasure.
Now, he's going to have to move the camera. You rolling? When people meet you the first time, what are they likely to say to you?
Do you want me to say something, or just
No,
do
that's
like
fine.
this?
You can.
Okay.
That's fine if you just want to do that. Let's see. Okay. Were the Dynasty years the best years for you?
Were phenomenal, phenomenal time.
What is your favorite moment in Legends? Okay. Do you ever sense that any people in the audience, when they're seeing the Chippendale dancer up there, that they're going,
I love it when they gasp.
You've worked with so many famous people. What was it like when you worked with Bob Hope? Were there any actors or actresses you worked with who just put you in a state of awe?
Absolutely. Steve, I have to remember what that movie was.
I can check it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it likely Legends will go to Broadway? Who knows? And your first opening night with Legends, what was it like for you?
There are some moments you never forget.
Okay, that's it. You know, I feel so for performers.